Alright, so I was out here today filling this feeder, hauling in 250 pounds of corn on this Argo here, and I thought this would be a good opportunity to go through some of my new, I don't want to call them new products, but revised products, I guess you could say. So this is a Reveal 3.0, and I've been making rain covers, snow covers for the older models of cameras. I still got a couple on my marketplace or my eBay store right now, and they've always gone with this accessory rail, snaps into that, and I think it's important. These are expensive cameras, and the kryptonite for these expensive cameras is rain getting in where this seam is on these cameras. All of these have this seam where they're put together, and as long as that seam's good and lasting, holding up, you won't get water inside them. The problem is, over time, the heat, the sun, being out in the woods, you're gonna get that seam is gonna eventually leak. So this was an X Pro that had some moisture inside the lens. I dried it out in some rice. I'm gonna put one of these covers on top of it to keep that rain from seeping back in here, however it was getting in. So this is just a little bit of insurance, how I like to think of it. I've kind of revised it because the X Pros don't have this rack on the top or the rail on the top. And you can see, I've been experimenting with some other stuff, hence this magnet piece right here. But what I've kind of decided on, the best method for this, is this right here. This is the same rain shield as last time. You have the same rack, so if you're putting it on an older camera, you can slide it into the racks like you see on this one. But it also has this little groove right here, and what that gives me the ability to do is to use this mount that comes with it to put it on the newer cameras as well. So this will go behind your camera, and you see these little offset pieces right here. That little bracket right there will go inside there, and that's what will keep it from wiggling a bunch. I've got a little bit of tape on here just to keep this screw in the back. It'll come with the screw, and you're going to, and I'm going to try to do it with one hand here. I can get this tape off and not lose this screw. But you are going to thread this little screw into this threaded part on the back of your camera. I should have probably brought a wrench. That would have made things a little easier. And you can see it sticks up just a little bit past your antenna point there. And then you just take that little opening in the back and you slide it on top of that. And so now you've got a rain shield, snow shield, whatever you want to call it, that is going to keep the rain off of that seal. It'll help keep it off your lens. You can use this one mount on any camera. The little back part there specifically for the 3.0, but it'll work on any of them. But you're welcome to just take that same mount and snap it into the accessory rail that's on top of the camera. These are cheap, somewhere around 18, 20 bucks. I don't know exactly my price on them just yet, and it kind of fluctuates depending on the time of year. But this is just some good insurance. You know, this is an expensive, nice camera. I don't want it getting rained on a bunch in the fall and that seam any potentially at all leaking. And I also like my lenses to be clear. You can see this is a swamp, so a lot of moisture in the area, a lot of fog and humidity and stuff like that. So this is just a good way to add a little insurance to your camera. I can still flip the antenna out and up. I could probably turn it around and go all the way up if I wanted to, but it'll keep it off that joint there where the antenna actually joins up. So no negatives, only positives. I'm going to get this new batteries put in it and get it back out. So you can see no issues with signal. Antenna's kicked off to the side. I'm running mine on the little accessory stick that they sell. I probably shouldn't because it's kind of made for the solar panel setups, but it's working nonetheless. I like that I can aim it. And I've got a 12-volt box down at the bottom because these feeders will zap some juice out of a camera. But no issues with the signal. We're still working and turning right along. You can see we're keeping rain off of the camera and hopefully keeping our lenses and sensors a little drier. I'm going to put it in work mode and get it going. Check it out on my eBay store. That's going to be a really cool feature. It's going to sell quick, so check them out. Have a little insurance for your cameras. You spend a lot of money on them. It will only help them and make you feel a little better.